You meet her. You like her. You try. At first, everything feels right. The conversations flow. She laughs at your jokes. There's energy, interest, possibility. Then suddenly, she pulls away. Replies get shorter, the energy changes, and eventually, rejection. No explanation, no closure, just distance. Most men react the same way. They chase harder. They text more. They try to prove themselves. And that's exactly where they lose. Because here's the truth most people don't understand. Women don't come back because you chased. They come back because you stopped. And that idea is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Think about the teachings of Epictetus. He believed that the moment you try to control things outside of yourself, like someone else's feelings, you lose your power. And that's what chasing really is. It's trying to force attraction, trying to convince someone to see your value. But attraction doesn't work like that. The more you chase, the more your value drops. Why?
Because chasing signals neediness. It tells her you're seeking validation, that your happiness depends on her response. And that's not attractive. But something interesting happens when you stop, when you pull back, when you refocus on your life. When you stop trying to win her over, you shift the dynamic. Now, instead of you wondering about her, she starts wondering about you. Where did he go? Why did he stop? Did I misjudge him? That silence creates space. And in that space, curiosity grows. This is what Stoicism teaches at its core. Control yourself. Detach from outcomes. Focus on what's within your power. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this constantly, about staying grounded, unaffected by external reactions. And when you apply that to dating, something powerful happens. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop overinvesting too early. You stop needing a specific outcome. And ironically, that's when people start noticing you more. Because now, you're not predictable. You're not constantly available. You're not easy to read. There's a sense of mystery. And humans are naturally drawn to what they can't fully understand. But there's another layer most people ignore. Sometimes, it's not even about you changing. It's about contrast. When you were chasing, she felt in control. She knew exactly where you stood. She knew you were available. But when you disappear, that certainty disappears too. And now, she feels something different. Uncertainty. And uncertainty creates emotional tension. That tension can bring her back. But here's where you need to be careful. Just because she comes back doesn't mean she's coming back for the right reasons. It could be curiosity. It could be boredom. It could be ego. Maybe she just wants to see if she still has access to you. And this is where most men fail again. They assume her return means validation. They drop everything. They go back to chasing. They lose themselves all over again. But a Stoic mindset changes that. Instead of reacting, you observe. Instead of attaching, you evaluate. Instead of chasing, you choose. Because now, the question isn't, why did she come back? The real question is, does she still deserve access to me? That's power. Not arrogance, not ego. Self-respect. You're no longer trying to be chosen. You're doing the choosing. And that shift changes everything. Because at the end of the day, you don't control who comes into your life. You don't control who stays. But you do control who you become. And sometimes, when you truly focus on that, when you build your life, your discipline, Your mindset? People who once overlooked you?
Start seeing you differently. They come back. Not because you begged, not because you convinced them, but because you no longer needed them. And that's the real reason. Not manipulation, not tactics. Just quiet, controlled growth. So if someone walks away from you, let them. Don't chase. Don't force. Just focus on becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to. Because in the end, it's not about getting them back. It's about becoming someone who doesn't lose themselves trying.